Hello, good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. Hopefully that everyone had a wonderful bank holiday weekend. It is Tuesday morning. We've certainly had a lovely holiday, Jared, and family gathering, and it's been lovely to celebrate our 33rd anniversary, so that went really well. And today we've got clutch 30 that is ready to be cut. Jared and I went in today. They are a couple of days overdue, so even though they haven't pipped, they're dimple enough for us to see what we've got here. Now this is the Axanthic Clown project, double het to double het, 1 in 16, 2 eggs. Hopefully we've got one of those, we'll see what happens, and hopefully we've got either a pastel or a super pastel. So let's just have a wee look and see what we've got here. And they are quite chunky, so what we'll do is we'll just create the crease at the top. That allows you to push the membrane down, and then we'll snip and open and see what we've got here. Right, Chad, anything going on that you can see there?
Hold up a second. Is that an Axanthic Clown? No way. I think we might have hit a...
I think we've hit an Axanthic.
Is it a clown? Or is that a super pastel Axanthic?
Very difficult to see, but it's just coming out now.
Oh, it's not a clown.
It's an Axanthic.
I think that might be a super pastel Axanthic or a pastel Axanthic.
It does look beautiful, Jared.
Wow.
And,
there's this little bit, I'll put it on the camera just here, that made me think Axanthic Compliment one.
Yeah, we definitely hit Axanthic, which is great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come round. I think it's actually got very little vein structure left, so I might be able to just open it up a little bit more to see what we've got.
It's a very pretty animal.
But we've hit an Axanthic, so we're halfway there. And it looks like it's a pastel or super pastel Axanthic. But that's pretty, Jared, really pretty. And again, we'll just come round this side.
You can really see the white and black on him. So. Yeah, do a nice big window.
I'm going to go around and do the window.
Yeah, I reckon they are ready to come out in the next few days. We were going to wait for them to pip, but when they're overdue, you want to make sure they're safe.
But we've hit the Axanthic, which is lovely, Jared. Now we can have a little look and see what we've got.
Look at that. Really white and black, isn't it?
It really is.
And so I'm guessing that's a pastel Axanthic.
I think that's a pastel Axanthic, Jared. Isn't that just beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's testing to be 100% het, well, they are 66% het clown, which means that there's a chance that this one might be exactly what we need. And if it's a boy, fantastic, we'll grow him on and put him back to the mother. So we've hit a beautiful looking Axanthic. Can you see what the pastel does to the Axanthic? It really brightens it up.
Yeah, it pops.
And that's in shed as well.
White and black, beautiful.
Yeah. Right, did you want to do the other one, Jared?
No, you got the gloves on.
Okay. Right, now one of them, when I first checked the veins, one of them had weak vein systems. So what I'm thinking here is I'm hoping that this one is going to be nice and lively and strong.
That one looks really healthy.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Tell you what, when you opened it up, I saw a little bit that looked like a teardrop, and I thought we'd hit the Axanthic Clown.
I tell you, the Axanthics, don't they look lovely though?
Beautiful. And everything will be pastel because the dad's a super pastel.
Oh, that's right, absolutely. So we could have hit a killer there. Let's see whether this one is going to be okay.
Pastel Clown.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
So we've hit the
or
clown.
Maybe super pastel clown, I don't know.
So we have hit a clown, which is lovely. And so
they were just together. Imagine.
Well, we might have one of each, and if they're both carrying the het clown, that means that you end up with 1 in 4 chance instead of 1 in 16. So whichever way we go, Jared, well, we've hit a clown, which is lovely. It proves out both the father and the mother. And let's have a little look and see
And just take its first breath of air then. Look at that, it's a beautiful pastel clown.
Mm. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It might have the het Axanthic markers as well, because look at the blacks around the alien heads.
Mm.
So you might actually, this one could be 100% het for Axanthic, but there we go. That's pretty good odds, Jared.
Good shot them together.
Yeah. So we've got the clown and the Axanthic proving out on the two. Hopefully one of them will be a het for the other genetic. But to get the combination together, I think that's really very good, Jared. We could have ended up with double hets easily. So I'm really pleased with that, and I wasn't expecting there to be two healthy animals. So
and two visuals as well.
And two visuals.
Hets.
Yeah. So I think we've been really blessed on the odds here. So these could be the building blocks that's going to help us further this project. On the last video we talked about the possibility of buying an Axanthic het clown. Well, we've actually hit the Axanthic VPI Axanthic, and with that in mind, if we do a shed test and then say it's a boy, we can then grow that one up and then bring that into our project. And if this one proves out to be a boy, we can do likewise, because it's got the visual clown, which is going to basically improve our odds by from 16 to 8, I believe, if we put it back to the mother.
And if one's a boy and one's a girl, and they both prove 100%?
Yeah. Then if you breed them to one another, then you get a 1 out of 4 chance of hitting an Axanthic clown. So I just look at them, Jared, if you zoom in on them, I think it's a beautiful example of what the VPI Axanthic and pastel do. And they do look really pretty, don't they? Really pretty.
Yeah. It's amazing how black and white that is.
Yeah.
That pastel really makes it pop.
Yeah, it really does.
And then the clown's really pretty as well.
Yeah. So that's a really good end to our season. So that's clutch 30. So we only had the 2 eggs, but I think we've been very lucky with the odds, Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like you say, it could have been easy to hit 2 66%. But
the only thing that could have been better was a double visual. And
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
the odds of that were very low.
Yeah. So one of each, I think I'm going to settle with that one. And bearing in mind, I thought we'd only get one that will survive. So just goes to show, when you do the candling, you look at the vein structure. The vein structure on one of these wasn't as strong as the other, and I thought that one of them would go bad. But it turns out that they've actually done really well in the end, Jared, so really pleased with that. So we'll just put these back in the incubator, and then we'll have a look and see. I've been doing some further research on the various projects that we've been discussing last week, and we'll have a look at those, Jared. So I've got some pictures of some examples of some of the previous clutches that we've been discussing, and I think we were looking at your Super Cinnamon Shadow Girl and what we could achieve and what we could do. Now if I can just let's have a little look and see what we've got here. So I did an example of on Morphs to see what a Cinnamon Ultramel looked like. So here, Chad, if I zoom in on that one, and then you can see what we've got here. So by putting cinnamon into the Ultramel, you get quite a nice effect with the Ultramel. It just brings in those extra orange tones. I think that's really pretty, and it also cleans up the animal. And then this one here is DG going into cinnamon. So we talked about using our DG Pied going into shadow. So that gives you an idea of what those genetics look like. And you can see that in this case, the DG cleans up the alien heads and brightens it all up, and that will get better with age. Now you might think it's very subtle difference to the original genetics, but when you combine it with clown, it can make quite a big difference. It will brighten things up, or combine it with other genetics. So I thought that was interesting just to have a little look to see what's happening. I did source we talked about the other possibility of sourcing a mahogany pied boy or a mahogany pied girl. And the idea was if we could get a mahogany pied boy and plug them into the Super Shadow, the Super Cinnamon Girl, which is het for pied, we could end up producing quite a few beautiful animals that look a bit like panda pieds. And I did actually inquire on one on the internet. Unfortunately, it got I think somebody else put an offer on it and was just beat us to it, unfortunately, Jared. But they will come up, and we shall keep an eye on those. So I think the next thing we'd like to do is probably then look at some of our other girls and see how they were coping. We've talked about Curiosity. So I bring her out. She's the mother of these 2 beautiful eggs that we've just cut. I'll just bring her out and just show you what she looks like and how she's getting back into condition. She's had 3 or 4 meals now. There she is. You can see that she's a double het for the Axanthic Clown project. She is starting to put on more weight now, Jared, so you can see that she's building. And I think the next 2 or 3 months we'll keep on reconditioning her to get her back up to size, because now she's a proven female. She's quite capable of producing fertile eggs now, Jared. And now we've dialed in the temperatures. I think next season, again, we could actually put the father to her again and have another crack at it and hopefully get more eggs, and that might be a good call. Or the other option is we can put in our VPI Axanthic Pied boy and actually go for the triple hets as the other option. So you end up with a visual VPI double het for clown and double het for pied. That could be a good call, Jared, because that way you're bridging from 2 genetics to 3. And let's have a little look at him. This is the guy that I'm just trying to build up to try and get ready for the new season ahead. Here he is. So this is the VPI Axanthic Pied, and he's got very low white, and you can see here how low the white is. See the little white mark at the bottom? But you can see what Pied does to the VPI Axanthic. It does create beautiful silvers, golds and white. And look at the lovely head stamp that you've got on him as well. Beautiful boy.
Pastel going into this will really make it pop more as well.
It will, because you can see from the babies and the eggs and how much that brightens everything up. So if we were to put him to her, Jared, as a possible breeding pair, that would give us visual VPI Axanthics, and then
Het for pied, possible clown.
100% het for pied, 66% het. Well, no, it'll be 50%. Would it be 50? Yeah, 50% het for clown. And I think with shed testing, if we end up with a nice big clutch of eggs, we'd be very fortunate if we had like 4 eggs, then hopefully 2 of them will be 100% het for clown. And therefore I think that could be a good call, because that way we're producing some more Axanthics, whereas with the father going back in, even though that's guaranteeing the pastel because he's a super pastel, it's not furthering the next stage of projects. So
yeah,
I would hope that 1 or 2 of the babies that we've had out of here are going to be proving out to be either Axanthic or het for clown, and that could then build that project. But what I was thinking ahead is, while we've got a great boy like this, why don't we actually try to extend the VPI Axanthic by actually having a bridge towards bringing that together? Because I think, have you seen what a VPI Axanthic Clown Pied looks like, Jared?
No, but I can imagine it.
Yeah, Justin Kabelka made one a few years ago, and he put pastel in it as well, and the whole thing just looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
really beautiful. So I think that could be a good call, Jared. What other options have we got to put to Curiosity, Jared, besides this guy here?
well, either the dad or that one, really.
Yeah. We have got some clown boys. I mean, if we were to use Hercules as a possible boy to produce some visual clowns. Now he's carrying a lot of extra codoms, or incomplete dominance, should I say. So we've got Leopard, and we've got Enchi,
Pastel, and Lesser.
Yeah, so Enchi would give more pied pattern, so it'd be good to get the Enchi into the project. But then we'd end up with visual clowns that will have a chance of being VPI Axanthic 50%.
It makes more sense to put in the
visual
Thor.
Yeah, I think
then
so.
you get possible double hat.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm doing, Jared, is I'm just trying to see if there's any other options that we can do besides that, because just thinking if there's anything else. We don't really have any other visual VPI Axanthic boys, or we're short of visual VPI Axanthic boys. I mean, he's the only one we've really got, isn't it, Jared? So
you could put the banana leopard clown pie.
Yeah, and what would that achieve if we put
You'd
that?
get clowns that are het for pied and possible het Axanthic.
Yeah, and we'd have banana and leopard going in. So I think out of the two boys that we've got, I think we would say that the clown pied boy with the genetics could be an option, but also we could have Thor. Probably I think is more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we'll do is once they come out of the eggs and we can then sex them and see what we've got. I think if it's a boy, if that Axanthic looking boy, pastel Axanthic, is a boy, and let's say we do a shed test and it proves out to be 100% het for clown, he would be a good candidate to put back to the mother in about a year or so's time, I think.
And same with the other one as well.
Yeah. So I think what we'd do there, Jared, is why don't we probably shortlist Thor as being one of our options, and then if we bring Thor in, I think that'll really help our chances. Okay, let's move on to the next girl that's given us a clutch, which is Karamak. Now, Karamak is an Ultramel girl, and she's reconditioning well. She has just shed out as well, so she shed out just at the right time for us. So there she is, isn't she beautiful? Now, with the Karamak colours, Jared, I think she maintains her colours really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, she's 4 years old now, or maybe 5 years old, and you can just see how bright the Ultramel is. But she is beautiful, and she's getting quite chunky. So let's just have a little look.
She's reconditioning well, isn't she?
Yeah, should we have a little look at her conditioning and see how she's doing? So I think that she's not far off being prepared. Now what we'll need to do is, as these girls come back into condition, we're going to check using our ultrasound exactly the size of their follicles, Jared. But a lot of the girls are already starting to bole wrap because we've had a drop in temperature. But she's the daughter of Colossus, so she is a beautiful example of an Ultramel, and therefore we need to work out, Jared, as to what boy would be suitable for her. So have you got any thoughts on
Colt, probably.
So Colt, he's the Ultramel pied.
So you get 100% het pied.
Yeah.
Although we've got quite a lot of those now, haven't we?
Yeah. So I think we've got enough, because we've got, of our babies up here, we've got some Ultramel het pied males and females. So thinking outside of that, Jared, are there any other options that we would like to get?
Clown pied together.
Clown pied?
Put her to I've forgotten his name.
Are you talking about Bingo?
Bingo.
Yeah. So Bingo is our clown pied boy that's got banana
and
leopard. Now leopard going into Ultramel would be a good call. So I think that
with the double het clown and pied.
Then you end up with triple hets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the only downside of having a triple het is the odds are 1 out of 64 if you put triple het to triple het. So that's unrealistic. What I always try and do is have at least 1 visual to 2 hets, Jared, is what we're aiming for. So I think we do have some other Ultramel boys, don't we, that we could put to her. But I think we've got enough Ultramels to be able to do that. Nova is an Ultramel Mojave.
We'd want to further the project.
Yeah, what that does, by putting him to her, you're going to guarantee Ultramels, and half of them will be Mojaves. And if I bring him out and show you what potential is here. Here's the boy. You can see the difference. The Mojave just lightens up the Ultramel.
And changes the pattern.
And changes the pattern, so you get more floating alien heads.
Looks like olive oil to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good call, Jared, because I think we're just really not taking our project any further, even though we could actually end up with visual Ultramels. So I don't think that's a good call. We do have the Ultramel Clown project, Jared, that we're building, and we've got over here some double hets. So if we have a quick look and see how those double hets are doing, I think they are just to your left there, Jared. We've got 2 Ultramels. I think they're
both girls. They wouldn't help though, they're both girls.
Are they both girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is we've already got some double hets.
Yeah, oh I see, yeah.
So the idea here is that if we put a clown boy, I mean if we were to put Hercules, let's say we put Hercules to her, we've got Lesser, Leopard and Enchi going into that project.
And Pastel.
And Pastel. So at the moment, when we see what boy we've got here. Actually, here's a good call, Joan. I forgot about this. We've got Chuckles, which is, in fact, we'll weigh him and see how he's doing.
He's the Clown Het Ultramel, isn't he?
We've got a Clown Het Ultramel. Now this could be an appropriate boy for that girl there. So why don't we weigh him and see how he's doing?
It's over there.
It's over there. You do some photography on him and I'll just get the scales.
Because then you'd get Ultramels that are 100% het for Clown.
To me that's a better call, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they can go into those double het girls when they're big enough. And
yeah. So, okay, let's set up and see how he's doing in terms of weight. I'm going to get a pen and paper. We should start writing down our ideas. It's so easy to forget these things, Joe.
Do you want to grab one of the bigger trays as well?
Yeah.
They're just in front of you. Just
Sorry?
one of those.
One of these?
No, one of the tubs for those racks over there.
Oh, one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work quite well.
There you go, Joe.
And then we'll weigh him.
If you give him a weigh, see how he is. I'm just going to grab a pen and we can...
He's coming in at 674.
674, which is a good size.
He's really pretty as well.
Yeah. So let's just write down some of our ideas as we go. So I think if we say Chuckles could go to Karamak, and then the outcome would be visual Ultramels, Het, Clowns. Yeah.
You could also put him to the Mojave Ultramel girl.
Yeah, and we'll bring her out as well. So if we bring Starburst, could be an option. And that would also produce Mojave Ultramels, Het Clowns. So what I'll do is I have like an ideas list here. So this is a preliminary work that we're doing before we decide to pair. And then the other idea we had was we were going to put Thor to Curiosity, weren't we? Curiosity. So we're building up ideas already. So that's 3 possible pairings. So he's doing quite well. What was his weight, Jared?
674.
674, and we've got another month to keep building him. So he is a beautiful example. You can see the red coming through him from the Ultramel. So even though he's a visual clown, and you can see he is actually starting to go into shed as well. So you can see that he's moving towards shed. But I think he would be a really good candidate, Chad, for these projects. And obviously we've got to be careful, being a small boy, that we don't overstretch him, because he could also go to the 2 girls over there. So let's have a look at those 2 girls while we've got this guy out, Jared. Just let's just wait and see how they do.
And they're both normals that are double het. So I'll put your thing on.
Yep. Okay, let's have a wee look.
Zero it out quickly. Go for it.
Now this girl could do with a little bit more building.
She is 1345.
1345, so she definitely could do with a bit more building, but there's nothing to stop us from getting her ready for mid-season.
And
That's
then,
been just
yeah. And then this is her sister.
Okay, and what's her name, Jared?
What would you call her? Boo Boo Noodle.
Booby Noodles. Okay, Booby Noodles. Let's just see, I think she's a bit bigger than her sister. She has been eating better as well. So she likes to move. She's not one of these snakes. She's a mover. Right, let's see if we can get you into a little bundle. You going to go into a bundle for us? Okay, here we go. Let's just give her a weight, Dad.
1441.
1441, so she's doing slightly better than her sister.
And they're both double het Ultramel clowns.
Yeah. And what's her name?
Boo Boo Noodle.
Boo Boo Noodle. So that gives us 4 potential girls for Chuckles.
Right. 1 a week.
Yeah. Now, just to think, would he be valuable going into any other projects? That's the question. But I think we'll come back to that as we look at the next one. So Thor and Curiosity, I think, was a good option for Curiosity. So let's have a look at Starburst, because Starburst is the other Ultramel girl that we've got, the Harvey Ultramel. We'll see how she's doing. She's put on a lot more weight, Jack. We can weigh her if you like as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, here she comes.
Just zero it
Let's
out.
push it forward.
Pop her in.
Right. Okay. How's she doing weight-wise?
1690.
1690. So she's starting to recover quite nicely, and I think that could be a good call, Jared, to get these Ultramel clowns going. That would be a big boost to the project, I think.
Definitely to those double hets though, because then we can produce double visuals.
Yeah, I think so. And I think the let's have a look at the next girl we've got here. Now we've got, talking of two other clowns, we've got Lucky and Linnea here, which are home-produced clowns. They're just plain clown girls. But let's just see how they're doing in terms of preparation and weight. And it is worth our while actually having some plain clown girls. How are they doing weight-wise?
1996.
Okay, so these two girls are likely to give us a clutch this coming year, Jared, because they haven't given us a clutch yet. We've not had any breeding from these two girls, but they are very strong and chunky. And let's see Linnea. Let's see how she's doing.
They've gained weight fast, haven't they?
This one's going into shed as well, but let's see if she's just starting to. How much are we doing there?
2186.
2186. So we've got these two plain clown girls, which I think I wanted to use one for the Sunset project, Jared. So the idea is that we've got a boy that's showing the sunset markings, and I'll just bring him out and see how he's doing. And I think we want to keep one of those to prove out this boy here, Sunny. Pastel Enchi Het Sunset, 50% Het for clown. I'd like to see whether he is carrying the clown. Let's bring him out to the table and weigh him, just see how he's doing. You can see just how bright he is.
He pastel.
So he's Pastel
Enchi.
Enchi, yeah. And his he's got a partner that's actually carrying on stream as well. So what weight have we got?
1091.
Yeah. So if we put this boy to one of our clown girls, we've got the chances of hitting a visual clown if he does prove out. Let's have a look at his head markings on him, Jack. You see how the alien heads are spilling over, dripping over? And what they say is when the alien heads start to drip over like this, and they start to form like teardrops, but not quite. And you can see the teardrop effect. They think that could be indicative of it being het for clown. That's why I thought I'd give that a go. And he's got some other markings. He's got the neck pattern, and he's got the white tip as well, which they say that a lot of het clowns have a white tip on their tail. And you can see he's got that white tip as well. So I think he's got the markers. And the easiest thing is to do a shed test to prove out whether he has or not. And we might do that. We've got a friend who's willing to help us with that, so I think that could be a good call. But I think we'll put him to one of those clown girls. So I think we'll wrap it up there, Jared. Is there anything else you wanted to mention at all, Jared?
No.
No? So we'll just put this boy back. I think that was a good little mini planning session. Certainly we can see what we're doing with the Ultramel Clown project and the Axanthics. And we've been blessed to hit an Axanthic and a clown in those two clutches, which I think is fantastic. This is the wife of Sunny, she's called Solar, and she's the one that's carrying the Orange Dream in the Het Sunset project. So she's an Orange Dream Enchi.
In shed.
Yeah, she's going to shed, but she is building. Right, we'll finish off just over here, Jared. So I hope everyone's had a good weekend and that this week goes well. Jared and I will bring you some more footage later in the week. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you soon. Bye for now.